Abusia, emo kwa abado ba daily update TV so na wo hwe dwumadi na o subscribe am YouTube channel no. Kelvin Taylor am hu eye ekufado ne Bawumia and Addo omabie account mako 80 ECG na wasa kyerem a omusa wo account bi a etim say joint account or etim say ekufado ne Bawumia individually omubi sisika ne beto eye osla account no ma omo chesika no omo chesika ne de ema omo homo abusua yengotie we ni eye the NDC for a discover ne se Bawumia ene yera eye kufare joint account ni 80 different bank account NDC for ehu akire nti no Mahama that kind eye energy sector ho asem no. God bless you.
Led to many independent power producers and fuel suppliers threatening to cease their operations. Mr. Speaker, listen to this. Despite collecting over 45 billion cedis in energy sector levies, ESLA, over the last 8 years, the outgone administration has left the Ghanaian people with an energy sector burdened with a staggering debt of 70 billion cedis. As of December 2024. It is of deep concern that several state-owned enterprises in the energy sector are struggling to stay afloat, and unless urgent interventions are made, many of them will go under. Financial distress in the energy sector remains a significant obstacle to delivering consistent and affordable electricity to Ghanaians, and it poses an existential threat to our economy in general. Compounding these challenges, critical maintenance activities such as the scheduled pigging of the West African gas pipeline WACO were postponed from 2024 to 2025 without sufficient contingency measures for alternative fuel supply. As a result, my administration has had to swiftly mobilize resources to secure emergency fuel supplies to ensure that electricity generation continues despite the closure of the West African gas pipeline. I've been informed that the pigging exercise will be completed in the first week of March, and once again, additional gas will flow from Nigeria. We are anticipating a marked improvement in the power situation once this begins. While the current state of our energy sector poses grave concerns, we must remain resolute in our commitment to restoring stability. I've directed the Minister for Energy and Green Transitions to implement far-reaching reforms, including enforcing a single revenue collection account, strictly adhering to the cash waterfall mechanism, and eliminating all wasteful expenditures by the state utility. Mr. Speaker, following my directive, the Minister has set up an advisory committee to guide the participation of the private sector in metering and billing in order to improve efficiency in revenue collection and also reduce the high commercial and technical losses that are threatening to drown the state-owned utility company. A pilot partnership between ECG and Enclave Power has proved highly successful and provides us with a workable framework. ECG provides bulk supply of power to Enclave Power Limited. This is an organization in Ghana. Enclave Power provides meters and bills to all companies operating in the free zones enclave, with 99% revenue collection and nearly 100% uptime in power supply. This is being done here in Ghana. We can use it to cover the rest of the nation to ensure that we get revenue compliance and be able to bring down tariffs for our people.
John Dramani Mahama Kasafa Energy, Electricity, a year collection of revenue by Electricity Company of Ghana. Now, Kasano or say, or person Magana 40 asiye, say MPP for so bois, on for crata matches or bois, or say, Bibia friend Esla, a year energy sector levy, a year taxes are moji. A year sika omoji in the name of a year kania ye use no. The CN say Omutumi jeje light bill ne ehon faso 45 billion. Free power after 8 years no na eka Ekufuado ne Bawumia ne MPP about to 70 billion. Ya short to 30 billion. Tie. O see, sa nkofo e ba power no. Sa esla na obie na nkofo we ebeda no. Emojiji eye tax free or and the auto adebia si esla yato esla no. Sa sikana no moto no. For the past 8 years no omunya 45 billion. Sika pole 45 billion. Yabasha nkrata mu no na sa nkofo we aboka 70 billion at war. Into busa ho se na eye den na ka we be menemo because they be amojiska. Eye den and in this short period mutubi boka 70 billion de to. Na John Mahama ka so no onya ponchireni ba. Sebio onya gove. Ena sebio onya gamalizada obeye dede abetietiemu abetwa gyaatwo ayede abeto ayampia abesu akire Ghana fo. O say de etwa ensuru mu kura ne say munim se Ghana fo ECG under Ekufuado ne Bawumia na ECG fo ewo accounts nkoa 80 accounts. Into the ECG fo ye ne say omo bi accounts nkoa 80 wa Ghana. Into ajisika koto accounts 2 mu a na obi akofedi. Yajisika koto accounts 13 mu a into the na Ekufuado ene Bawumia mo oma ye ne say accounts 80 na mo bi in the name of ECG no na personal accounts ma omo nyina. It's Bawumia one account. Ebi abeko sunyane ana Central Regional. Sa ECG account na Bawumia ne busuafo dia. Ebi abeko Greater Accra. ECG Addo one ne busuafo omo dia. Enti etuo na omo gigi ewo ye light na omo de TSA Esla Levy no. Ye tua baby abeko no busua. Enti omo free power Ekufuado ne busuafo ne Bawumia mo ewie sika ni di no. Opese oye accounts ne baako. It is out as Nkregwa. Now tokania na eko ECG for accounts ma accounts ba ko pe na sika ko tom. Sene be ya transparency kroje ne pepe yo obia be hu sene ECG sika no be free ene be e betoye. Efri say na Addo dan Ekufuado ne eye Bawumia mo bae no. Omo ya kromfo nti eye den na ECG nya 80 accounts. Omo si oh Adian ne say na ECG no or offices na Dawson into obia nya na accounts wi a near the sika nyina bankran. John Mahama said no. Sadia ni yetwam. Ye ba be partner a company, a buying any private company be a Ghanaian company. That is the most important part of Asma John Mahama Kanye. Company near front enclave. Omu ya Ghanaian company. Ghana Nidia. Omu sikeni nyina eka Ghana ha. Enya Chinese for company. Enya Uruguay for company. Enya Ghana ni company. Osi Tano hu kwan say Ombra Parliament Marchi eye bosumi eda enimi na ombe dwudwam na ombe tutu na basa na ombe chire mu dwudwam ma ye hu bebi asika pote no ekoseye ene dwiri ma Ghana fo a eye MPP nkwasiafo e edi Ghana. Enti John Mahama esa kasa no say ono de ade a Ghana fo nim a ono ankasa nim se onye nipa bi a sebio otwa adwo onye nipa bi a obeto se asem siwo na asem aba sebio otiatiem otu ayampia odidi nkofo atem ono de oye nipa bi a obeto se asem wo ho na problem wo ho a ne nisu ade hu nyina ne se onkasa na emom obe make sure se sa problem no sebio obe solve it na o hwe Ghana fo bo se o se ono de onya achichide ena sebio onya ponchireni ona sebio so onya agama lizard oya Ghana ni mapa ensem esini na so a on to yampia de oya ne se ohwe asem no se na etie na waso ano enti o de Ghana fo ene ono ankasa gidia ye wo ni mu no o se obe make sure se sikasem ntoto ya asai ama Ghana sikasem nyina asai no ono John Dramani Mahama on to yampia on din kwase asem te sa ponchireni on ni mu asem te se wini o se bi on sa ete se ede agama lizard na emom obeso asem ne mene na wo bunikom na Ghana fo yenya ye fa hodie na momya kotie John Mahama ne nsem bi so a okaye.
It is not my style to lament and shift blame when confronted with challenges. Mr. Speaker, the energy sector faces significant financial challenges, primarily due to collection and system losses, non-compliance with the cash waterfall mechanism, and legacy debts. The financing shortfall has risen considerably to approximately $2.2 billion, or 34 billion Ghana cedis for 2025. And urgent measures will be needed to reduce it to sustainable levels and ultimately eliminate it. The financial sector continues to struggle despite the reportedly spending of 29.9 billion on the financial sector cleanup exercise up to date. Scant reserves were also left for debt servicing, despite implementing what may be considered the most severe and distressing economic policy in the annals of the Fourth Republic, if not in the entirety of our nation's history. And I'm referring to the domestic debt exchange program. This is in stark contrast to our actions in 2017 before we left office, when we allocated $250 million to the sinking fund handed over to the incoming government to service debts, Ghana's debts. There have been claims that buffers were left for debt repayment, oncoming debt repayment this year. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let me give you the statement of account for the debt service reserve account, which is also popularly referred to as the sinking fund. This fund shows a balance of only $64,000 in the dollar account, $64,000 in the dollar account, and 143 million Ghana cedis in the CD account. The repercussions of the accumulation of debt and economic mismanagement will require extensive work and sacrifice to repair. In the next 4 years, to put things in context for you, Mr. Speaker, in the next 4 years, our debt servicing will amount to 280 billion cedis. And this comprises of 150 billion for domestic debt and 130 billion in external debt servicing.
President John Mahama eba parliament no ende wama ye nyina yehu de etuem. Ose de wanwa a etwa nsrum na Addo Danko Akufo ne Bawumia ose oye economic waste mad. Boni a omudi ye eni dwirim omudi ye. Je frɛ bibi eye sinking fund anase broni so frɛ no debt service reserve account. Se broni ka se debt service reserve account a John Mahama betena so no ohun se bi Ghana nyoma bebre ne ye na sebio wo your mind kwa na se udi dwuma udi nsawoso se wo ton nyoma na wo ton nyoma de eye den a eka kakra beba ebetuma ba se eye enkwara ne school kom ana se eye den apomden hospitals ne ema omonyanyam omapomden ebi omuso omo yare bia eye chronic obo kidney problem na nyoma je bebiti omhu eso ho ja ehu se yembi account bia yemfa sika ngum se ye ton oil kakra ne de kakra kugum time John Mahama etisono sa account no any friend sinking fund. In fact, over to my friend debt service reserve account. Into sa account ne dear. Ya deka ne won kire ya na nka sebio ye wuram kakra ne yi kakra ne de patantokwa na se ye gina ye naso. John Mahama 2017 Efria Ben mu 2016 no. Na sika edem 250 million Ghana cedis. Poly 250 million. And John Mahama Danima MDs MPP4 say we die yen tamfa yen sanka so yi sika wo mukura safa sika no tum efri se eyebusua e de kukuo we ene ye de boy ho brasa oman enti se bibi be sikura ansa na wodun sabe kan make sure se wodun saka wasa de sika tum na wa ma na gina ne na so efri se e daachi manti ena bibi e friend sinking fund no John Mahama 2016 ojama Joma eye Ekufuado atechede no. Now, and the John Mahama ka odwudwam e obrofum a mebedwudwam e wotwi no ose sa sikapuduo ene ebusua kuruwa sika wo ba ye de siesie eka no what has happened and they say enda ogina yenim ye ne ka sei sa eye account a oja $250 million poly dollars o enya Ghana sika poly ubetima ka poly sa 5 years na nsi ye $250 million. Yes, they say, and the Oko accounts room under Bawumia, Ekufuado, Kennedy Japan, or Seche Mensa Bunsu, and Kwasia former Kamuso MPP, elephant dogs, no. And the Okosa accounts ma sika dem $64,000. $64,000. Meshe emunsia ebo $64,000. We cry we keke no we cry me body price chewa. That means say na the danko ekufo ne nkwasiafo we di sika ni nyina TRO. Eti Mahama say we na ma say magana ni bia yem hyehye no. Every say sika pudua ye jama nkwasiafo we $250 million and they say MPP for sika no de ye den obi say me yare ye me kwa abrochire ebi say me kodi ajantrafo obi say me de bituto makeup ma me yere obi say me efremo pare na ma esa ankwe chese nkwasiasam eni Mahama ka sande no say Mr. Speaker Ghana for muntie me djuma mi di ye ne sika mi jato wo no kwasiampanyi ne nkwasiafo no abadwirim nti ukọ accounts mu na sa accounts no ye wo dollar de ene wo siri de sika omuja ye dollar de unim wifuo we dollar de $250 million no omadi malaka 64 perom de atumu enti dey na omukọ no ene omuyi from wallet mom kan pa ene we de gitumu na se bio ochina nkoma ka se edini nyina 64,000 oba wonsa na obetuma kan enye sika bebribia ebia hu sika da ye de hu sika pen ebia won shara hu sika da enti 64,000 hu now ye ne mpobo e hye ne ade ka bom bia miensa 64,000 tumi to ye ne yere ne yamba ye tu kwan ye ko Brazil be 2 weeks aba ye tu spend $64,000 enye sika bia hu sika da mesin to omukọ no ena bedi etu oyi ni wallet ena omo kan ye papa obo na no obo ne nsa no say ya no mutugu ho omo wiye sika no sa account no omo sa wo cedi de wo ho ena ne de omo ja $143 million because omo say cedi no so o convert sa sika kura entumi ntopolo inti yakoya na say buy ever seen the NPP as a political party that is stupid has not responded to the facts and figures from Mahama. Inti sa 143 million Ghana cedis no close to just $10 million. Now you see $250 million no ma ria manaka 64,000 and omuja Ghana just $10 million to cedi equivalent 143 million cedis all the bad dollars may be $10 million, that's all. It's technically, $250 million, almost $240 million. King crying, omko. Edian yebe. Kwasiafo we to touch like catch there say. I yema MPP mra. Now sebio ya sola no pay di toilet. Ya moa. International Mahama kan o see. Dear opesa ye ne say. Ye sika someone to ye e car ye din abontene because of a car go for we abato and them no ka say o see. Se eba eye a car Ghana day because in Kofo we kano no more dinkai Nkofo we kono no more dinka bobesia over $700 million da so $700 million inti sa eka masabogu no Mahama kura nya mfa ne tunsi akonwa no so no ye calculate a be 208 million cedis de ye sa de be kasa aka no ho because no more free power no na over 700. Now Mahama say so wo hwe eye eka Nkofo we jai wo ha eba abrochire bibia friend eye external debt eka ye de abrofo abontene a eye close to eye 130 billion. Yes, uko enkrata di mu a enjina okaje o se finance minister beba machi one na ba betututu na basamu hu danger ye wom o se eye external debt eka ye de e wa abontene yakoji China fosika yakoji Dubai fosika yakoji Germany fosika ye jeso a ne da kofu plane ne de die jantrafo ne de nom jod ye de eka wa abontene almost 130 billion or say tia where ye car Bawumia ekufu Addo Kennedy Japan say mensa o chemensa bonsu MPP nkwasiafo we and omo de no this is the debt they left say about domestic efie car ye de Ghana for and ekufu Addo ne Bawumia or say chemensa bonsu Kennedy Japan kwasiampanyi ne omo baka na e car ye de Ghana for wo fie sa DDEP no mo de buy no sika besi omo boy sika omo gi free ensema wo so butua ma Ghana for close to 150 billion den na ko sika we free. And these are things they have to come and contest. Ever since there, they have not challenged the figures from Mahama. Omo boka 700 billion and omo de to ho. And na omo sa boka abontene so de eka ye de na abontene so 130 billion. And a car is suddenly fear pension for police for teacher for 150 billion. Sa a car when you know sumho. On send the MPP for Kasaya, so no one can want them. Now, Kwasia for say, oh, 4 years time on to my yam tafre. Are we mad? Why should anybody sit on social media or any TV station to tell us, say, get to Obama MPP? How are we going to solve this? But John Mahama said he doesn't lament. Onya ponchireni, sebio, onya agove, and a sebio, onya agama lizard. Problem no wabeto, or say Ghana for boss or best solve a problem. No, time na MPP was so. All that they say, so Busa MPP say, problem or no solve. This is what they tell you. IMF bailout. Bawumia blames COVID, Russia, Ukraine, and NDC for economic woes. Power. We have a president today who is telling us that he is going to hold the problem and solve it. Power. Bawumia say the problems we are going through, how are we going to solve it? Also, mumblemu NDC, mumblemu Russia, mumblemu Ukraine, and the John Mahama Kasa and what is about Russia and Ukraine? No, we need to solve our own problems. We need a leader who can sit up and say there's a problem. We need to solve it. We are not supposed to be lying to the people. In Kwasiafo with the power 8 years. Ubusomo say Adentina e kabeda ho Adentina abobisia say Adentina pension for musika or se Russia or se Ukraine and this for and economy na say your president and the Wigina Ghana for nyini maka say e ka eda ho nie ebe sin de Bawumia tumbe yi ano say enye e ka eda ho.
Abusua like Jumedi na fa comment section why e beje brane akameti for any refo nyina obi. Ekufo Addo ni Bawumia under their leadership. Idea or Mabogana Abrepa or Mama Ghana Yensa Aiden Esifom. Because here at the rate or minor Ejija Anodin Ne Enyisika Ketwanso na Ekufadun Bawumia Afa Omonsasi. Because here sinking founder Mahama Edijaya. Sinking fan no Akufado no Bawumia nkwa no se under them no sinking fan no sika na edem $64,000 na say omadi sika na ma se sika no kura bi na obi abusua ma me fa won sia say daily updates. God bless you.